Welcome back. I finished some things, finally. Let's not say what day it is, because then you'll be like, Kayla, it took you that long to finish a book. Yeah, I did. But I finished a book finally, and I'm about to finish another book. So, as I told you before, I started with Scandal in Spring by Lisa Kleypas. This is book 4 in the Wallflower series. I have no thoughts on this book. Honestly, the writing was fine. The storyline was fine. This is like Lisa Kleypas normal historical stuff. This book was basically an enemies to lovers that flipped to I've been obsessed with you for years kind of book, and that trope, those tropes together, didn't do it for me for this. I feel like in a different scenario this would have been a hit. However, it was not a hit. 3 stars, it was fine. I enjoyed it, but that means I do have one more book left in the series, which is the Wallflower Christmas. I plan on reading that maybe a little bit later today. Maybe I'll start it today. I'm gonna work on some other things first, but I have 4 points, and if I read the Wallflower Christmas, I'll get 4.5 points and I'll finish that series. So kind of the goal is to finish that series by the end of this vlog, end of this week, but we'll see. That. And then now I'm listening to Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. This is book 4 in the Murderbot series. This audiobook is only 4 hours. I'm listening to it on like 2.2 times speed, so it obviously is going to take me a little bit less than 2 hours to finish. And I'm almost done. I think I have about 30 minutes left in the time at the speed I'm going right now. This also is very neutral. Maybe I'll read something that I'll have good things to say about. But I personally am so neutral about these Murderbot books that I don't know how I'm feeling about them. They're very neutral. Murderbot's funny sometimes. He's cool. He's chill. I'm excited to read this and then read the 19-page 4.5 novella after that. But that's really all I have to say so far. I have 4 points. I finished Skin on Spring. I'm almost done with Exit Strategy. That'll give me another 4 points. I'll have 8 points. I'll move up to the next level. This, that, and the other. Welcome. So I'm doing sprints right now. So let me get back to those sprints. But that's what I'm doing. I'm reading some books. Don't have things to say about the books, but I'm reading books. So I'll see you when I finish Exit Strategy or something else. Okay? Okay. Same spot, same seat, same day. I'm back. Last I checked in with you, I was reading Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. Since then, I've finished Exit Strategy. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm going to continue with the Murderbot series, but they're not my favorite. They're just fun and quick and easy, and my brain can kind of shut off a little bit while I'm reading them. And then I read the 4.5, which is Home, Habitat, something, Range, Niche, Territory, I think. That was only that was number 4.5, but it was only 19 pages. So I read that super quick. It just added on to a little bit of what happened after Exit Strategy. So if I do continue that series, during Squash That series, I'll be reading number 5, which number 5, I cannot remember what it's called, but it is the full-length novel. Probably 350 pages. The audiobook's 13 hours. Yeah, so that'll be what happens if I continue that series. But right now, putting a pause on that. And if you're doing the math for me so far, I have 12.5 points already. So I'm already in the yellow group, and I am not very far away from getting to the 15 points. And I didn't realize this until I already started this next book, which is what I'm currently reading. But once I finish this next book, I will get to my 15 points. And then after I get my 15 points, I have hit green. I've won. Squash That series. I'll just keep going just to see how many points I get. But what I started working on now is Lore Olympus Volume 3. And I actually have forgotten how much I enjoy the Lore Olympus books. These are a graphic novel series you can get them on Webtoon, but they're being released in like hardcover paper editions. And this is basically a Hades and Persephone retelling, because that's what we all love to read and listen to, is stuff about Hades and Persephone and all those other like Greek gods. But honestly, other than Neon Gods, this is my favorite Hades and Persephone like retelling, and it also is one of my favorite graphic novels as of recently. So I'm gonna keep on reading this. I'm not very far into it, but I should finish it within the day. So hopefully by the end of today, I will be at my 15 points or even higher. Maybe I'll get to 20 points today, because depending on how this goes, I will either do Lore Olympus Volume 4. I'll just go ahead and do that. Or maybe number 4 of the Mindfuck series. Unsure yet, but I think today and tomorrow are going to be my short days, or today and tomorrow are going to be my short book days, because I know that I am going to have time to read as many as possible today and tomorrow. And then Saturday, the final day, I'll kind of, with the time that I have, will work on my like longer stuff. Like I'll pick probably Running Wild or something. You'll see. I'm giving you all the things. You'll see what happens. I am going to get back to Lore Olympus Volume 3 and my sprints that I'm working on. But I'll see you guys later. So obviously I should have come back to talk to you guys before now. It's a couple days later and I just got kind of busy, so I didn't wrap up this vlog. Okay, so what are we missing? What are we doing? Okay, so last I talked to you, I had a couple of things already read. I finished Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. I finished Scandal in Spring by Lisa Kleypas. And I think I finished Home Habitat Range Niche Territory, also by Martha Wells. And I was working on Lore Olympus Volume 3. So since then, it's the end of Squash That series. I'm here to recap. You've seen what I've done since the end in the B-roll, but let me talk about the books. I finished Lore Olympus Volume 3. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I was talking about it in the last clip that you heard me speak. And then I went straight into Volume 4 of Lore Olympus. I absolutely adored that one as well. I wanted to read Volume 5, but I knew that I was going to power through it, and I kind of want to savor it a little bit. So I'm going to read a couple other things after the fact and then get to Lore Olympus Volume 5 here in the next couple months. So I did Volume 3 and 4 of Lore Olympus. I'm very obsessed with it. I think the art style is beautiful and the story is so great. I highly recommend reading Lore Olympus to literally everybody, unless you have like some beef against Hades and Persephone, then don't read it. So yeah, what else did I finish? I actually finished a couple other things, and I don't really have like hard opinions on anything other than Lore Olympus, so I'm just gonna run through what I read real quick after that. But I did read A Wallflower Christmas by Lisa Kleypas. That's 4.5 in the Wallflower series, so I did finish that one. I think I ended up giving that 3 stars. This series is good. It just has moments where some books are better than others. I feel like a lot of series is like that, especially with like companions. This one did not hit super hard for me, but so far, The Devil in Winter, which is book 3 in the Wallflower series, is my favorite. So I did complete that series. I also finished All the Lies by St. Abbey. That is book 4 in the Mindfuck series. I really enjoyed that one. Those books are all solid 4 stars for me. So I have yet to read the 5th and final book, but I'm going to be reading that here soon. And then the last couple things I read were the Magic Treehouse books 25 through 28. I have to read those for Magic Treehouse every month. And so I went ahead and read those because that was this month's Magic Treehouse, and 2 of those counted for 1 point. So I got 2 points for reading all 4. And with all my math, I ended up getting exactly 30 points. And this round of Squash That series, we had a secret top tier that was from Challenge Day awarded, and thanks to Martine was given. And that secret tier was to get to 30 points to become blue in the chat. So yeah, I hit blue at the very last day, at the very, like 2 hours before the readathon ended. And I think I squashed that series. I finished a series. I caught up on none of them, actually. So I finished a series and then read 2 books from the Lore Olympus series and 2 books from Murderbot. And then I did my 4 Magic Treehouse and a Mindfuck. So how many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you're counting, I'm counting the Magic Treehouse as books, even though 2 counted for 1 point. I read 11 books for Squash That series. And that was pretty awesome. So the Magic Treehouse are obviously super short because they're kids books, and the Murderbot number 4.5 was only 19 pages, but it's on Goodreads and we're counting it as a book. So wow, I read some stuff and I killed it. So I'm really proud of myself for the time in which I had to read these things. Pretty much all of them, but a couple were done in 2 days because that was the most amount of time on my trip that I had by myself. And yeah, so I think I did pretty well. Pulling out of Squash That series, I actually did end up reading not Exit Strategy.
Network Effect by Martha Wells. That's book 5 in the Murderbot series. I started this during Squash That series and I did not finish it during it. I finished it the next day. So since Squash That series, I have finished Network Effect, so I'm a little bit farther in the Murderbot series. I think I have 1 or 2 more before I'm caught up. And yeah, so that was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed my time in Montana. We went to Yellowstone. You saw that. I saw snow for the first time. Like, I saw snow when I was with Bailey, but this like snow, I was out and about when it was like actively snowing and the snow like stuck around for a while. So I had a great time and I squashed that series. So that is everything that I have for you guys. If you want to participate in Squash That series, I think our next round is going to be pretty fun. I'm not going to tell you when the next round is because we haven't released that information yet, but it is coming up in the next couple months, so stay tuned for that. If you want to participate in the next round of Squash That series, follow along on my channel or Bailey's channel. We will post the announcement when it is close to time for the next round of Squash That series. And if you did participate in Squash That series but you didn't vlog it, I would love to know what you read and kind of what happened and how many books you read and how many points you got. I would love to know. If you did not participate in Squash That series, what series are you working on right now? Is there one that you're loving? Is there one that you're hating? Have you made a bunch of progress in series lately? Like, let me know. I'd really enjoy to know that information. But again, that is all I have for you guys. So do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to help out my channel. And I will check you guys in my next one. Bye.